Hi, this is Ogres, and this video review is on WWF SummerSlam 2000, which was on August 27th, 2000. Today's recording date is still September 21st, 2021, but it is now 11:47 p.m., so it is not... by the time I'm done recording, it'll be just before midnight, I think. So, yeah, and I finished watching this show... this SummerSlam 6 days ago, so September 15th, 2021, which was the day that I picked up my WWF Attitude Era replica title belt from National Storage, which I ordered off eBay. So there you go. I finished watching this show the day that I picked up my first ever WWF replica title belt. So let's get into the pay-per-view itself. This was during the Attitude Era, I believe. This took place from Raleigh, North Carolina. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Raleigh, North Carolina. I forget where it was the place that it took place from, but it was definitely North Carolina at the time. This was where the infamous, the first ever TLC match took place. Even though technically it was the second match, just not didn't have the name at the time. So yeah, let's get into the pay-per-view itself. First match on the pay-per-view, which was a hot opener, was Right to Censor versus Too Cool, comprised of Rikishi, let's see, Grandmaster Sexay, and Scotty 2 Hotty. Can you see me? How's that? Let's see. And Right to Censor had who were the members on that team? One sec. Excuse me. Oh, that came out of nowhere. I mean, I had my dinner a few hours ago, but still there's some after effects. Yeah, the Right to Censor was comprised of the Good Father, formerly the Godfather, Will Buchanan, and I guess Val Venus. They were the team, yeah. They were accompanied by Steven Richards and I think Ivory. But yeah, the Right to Censor won by pinfall, which was a big surprise at the time. Steven Richards hit his super kick, I think, on Scotty 2 Hotty or whoever, and won the match. 1 second. Give me my breath a little bit. Okay. I think that's good. Oh my god. Yeah, then there was a promo backstage. Kurt and Stephanie addressed recent allegations. I guess Jonathan Coachman was the interviewer. He was involved in interviewing both Kurt and Stephanie when they got to the arena or building. Then there was a promo backstage. Shane says he will always support Stephanie. This was before he was set to defend the WWF Hardcore title later in the pay-per-view against Steve Blackman. Then there's a second match was Road Dogg versus X-Pac. X-Pac, yeah. They were just a part of DX before, but or at least the DX new version of DX in the year 2000. X-Pac ended up low blowing Road Dogg behind the referee's back or whatever, and then hit the X Factor and beat him for the 1-2-3. So won by pinfall. But Road Dogg attacked him after the match when X-Pac wanted to shake hands with him or whatever. So I guess that team is dissolved now, I guess. After they had problems in the weeks leading up to SummerSlam 2000. Here we go. Then there was a promo backstage. Eddie Guerrero and Chyna discussed their strategy. Then there was a promo backstage. Val Venus is determined to keep his title. Then the third match on the pay-per-view was Eddie Guerrero and Chyna challenging Val Venus, who's the Intercontinental Champion, and Trish Stratus for a unique tag team match for the WWF IC title. Oh, that was a big one. I think I got most of it out of my system. For the WWF Intercontinental title in a... I don't think this ever happened before. A tag team match for the IC title. Eddie Guerrero and Chyna won by pinfall when Chyna pinned Trish. So Chyna is now the new WWF Intercontinental Champion. And then there's a promo. Michael Cole hosts Radio WWF at WWF New York. It involved, I think, Chyna, Trish Stratus, Mick Foley was there with Michael Cole, and then The Rock phoned in and talked to Mick Foley, that sort of thing. This was when, I guess, Radio WWF was a thing back then. I totally forgot about this, to be honest. This was on the DVD I had. I guess this makes sense. The DVD that I had many years ago, which was 14 or so years ago. Let's see. Then there was a promo backstage. Stephanie talks about her kiss with Kurt. Fourth match on the show, which was not my favorite match, was Taz versus Jerry King Lawler. Lawler won by pinfall. For some reason I don't have that written down. I don't know. Interesting. I guess, yeah, my mind didn't want to process that match. So, yeah, he did win by pinfall with JR's help behind the referee's back or whatever. Or when the referee was hurt. I don't want to say it's a dud match, but it is a dud match. It felt like a dud match to me. So, which was unfortunate for Taz at the time because he came from ECW. What was it, at the Royal Rumble earlier that year? So, felt like a wasted push at this time. So, then there's a promo backstage. Shane McMahon prepares for his title defense, which is coming up next. His fifth match on the pay-per-view was Steve Blackman challenging Shane McMahon for the WWF Hardcore title. Shane has some help from Test and Albert, but in the end, Shane, he climbed this metal truss on the side of the Titantron, like a, what do you call it, like a metal scaffold or whatever, about 40 or 50 feet above. What do you call it? Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman had a kendo stick. He put it around his wrist and then he climbed up. He hit Shane with it a few times, and eventually Shane would fall onto like this the staging below, and Steve Blackman went down 30 feet. Like he jumped off, I think from around the 20 feet mark, hit a big elbow on him. I think it was 20 feet up, and then pinned him to become the new WWF Hardcore Champion. I'm surprised Shane was still breathing after that match. That was a long fall. I think that was higher than what the Hell in the Cell was back in '98 when Mankind went off the top of the cell through the table at the hands of the Undertaker. So yes, Blackman's the new Hardcore Champion, by the way. Which was not the thing that was talked about. The thing that was talked about was how high Shane McMahon fell off onto the pads below. There was a promo backstage. Stephanie's worried about Shane. There's a few more. How much? There's only 5 minutes until midnight now. Okay. How long have I been recording now? 4. That's still going. I think it's almost at the 10-minute mark. Let's see. And then the match that's not that's on the WWE Network, but all it says is Chris Jericho competes in a 2 out of 3 falls match. There's a reason for that. What I've got written down here, match number 6, Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit, some guy, in a 2 out of 3 falls match. First fall was won by Benoit. He won by submission. The second fall was won by Chris Jericho by submission, so they were tied at 1-1 apiece. And then the third fall, with some cheating involved, Benoit won by pinfall after using the ropes, I believe. I think I remember this match at the time. This was a very underrated 2 out of 3 falls match from SummerSlam 2000. It's not talked about a lot these days. I had to look at this again, and I remember the No Way Out 2001 2 out of 3 falls match, which is 3 stages of hell match, more than this match, but it's very underrated. So This I would give 4 out of 5 stars, but because of who is involved in the match, it's not talked about a lot, obviously. And then the seventh match on the show was the infamous first ever TLC match, which is my favorite TLC match at a SummerSlam ever. And I think it's in my top 2 or 3 favorite TLCs of all time. With it, obviously, there's TLC 2 as well, and then what was the other TLC? I think Unforgiven 2006 was a good one too. Let's see. There was also that TLC match on Raw with that Raw Roulette episode. I think it was in 2002 when Bischoff was the general manager. Anyway, I'm going off topic here. Off the match here, I mean. So Edge and Christian were defending their WWF Tag Team titles against the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys in a TLC, the first ever TLC match. The Hardy Boys were in their hometown of North Carolina. I think this was their hometown or close to their hometown. But Edge and Christian ended up winning by grabbing the titles, and they retained the WWF Tag Team titles. Lita got involved in the match, and then she got hurt. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy both got hurt. Bubba Ray was involved in the final sequence where he went through like 3 or 4 tables. I'm not sure who pushed him. I think it was either Hardy or it was Edge or Christian. Well, I forget who did that. But yeah, that match, kick ass. 5 out of 5 stars for that match, which is rare for me. That's what I would give it. Then there was a promo backstage. Triple H is upset with Stephanie. I think it's approaching midnight now. Then there was the 8th match on the show, which was not a dud, but not great either. Was the Cat versus Terry in a stink face match. So it's a follow up on the WrestleMania 2000 match, which I believe was a strange Battle Royal type match. But the Cat won the stink face match. The objective is very clear. The only way to win the match is to stink face your opponent. That's the and this is still in the Attitude Era period, so there you go. But this was probably in the tail end. There was like how many more months to go? 7 or 8 more months. So the most I can give for this is 1 to 1.5 stars. Not my kind of match, but the women were hot. I'll give them that. For hotness, I would give 3 out of 5 stars. 9 or 10. About a 9 out of 10, yeah. Then there's a promo. It's midnight now, so yep. It'll be September 22nd now when I'm done recording. September 22nd, 2021. I'm just about up close to the main event. There was a promo. The APA toast Mr. McMahon at WWF New York. This is a funny segment. I'll try to find this on YouTube and put in the comment section below. Then the 9th match, if you want to call it a match, was The Undertaker in his American Badass phase versus Kane in a brawl. I guess Undertaker took the mask off Kane and won by default. This was weird. This gets no rating because this wasn't even an actual match. So, yeah, and the hardcore title match, I forgot to mention. I would give that one about 4 out of 5 stars. Taz versus Jerry Lawler was a dud. Hold on. The IC title match, which was a tag team match. That one, 3 out of 5 stars. Road Dogg versus X-Pac, a solid average match, 3 out of 5 stars. An opening match was hot. I'd give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm not sure what the average is, but let's just write them down. I don't usually do this for videos, so 3 out of 5 stars for the opening match. What did I give the second match? Was it a 3 stars? Yeah. 3 out of 5 stars. The third match, I can't remember what it was. Was it 2.5? 3. So that one was a dud. Match number 5, I think I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. Match number 6, 4 out of 5 stars. The TLC match was a rare 5 out of 5 stars from me. What is this? It's just a YouTube notification. Let's see. Believe it or not. Yeah. Okay. That IC title match, I can't remember what I just said before, but I think that's a 3 out of 5 stars as well for that one. Okay, I'm just about up to the main event. So where's the rest of SummerSlam 2000 in my notes? Yeah. There's a promo backstage. Kurt Angle makes a phone call. Yeah, to Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, of all people. And she pretends that it's her mother on the phone. And then Triple H wants to talk to her mother. But the phone hanged up and Triple H said it was weird. She hanged up on me. And Stephanie gives us this face. Something like that, anyway. And then match number 10. How long have I been reporting for now? 11:47. Ooh, it's over 15 minutes now. Okay, I'm just about done. Now it's just after midnight. Match number 10. Here we go. The main event. Kurt Angle versus Triple H versus The Rock for the WWF Championship in a triple threat match. The Rock in a triple threat match. Hold on. Losing my voice. Hello? Oh, okay, I'm good. Yeah, The Rock is the WWF champion going into this match. He recently won that title at the King of the Ring 2000 in a unique match. I guess Triple H was the champion at that point. But yeah, Kurt Angle was taken out at the beginning sequence of this match when it was him and Triple H. Triple H was going for pedigree through at the announce table, but it broke before he got to land it, and then Kurt Angle hit his head on it, and he got knocked out and had to be taken to the back, and then eventually he would come back into the match later on with Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. The Rock, before Triple H could hit him, I think with a sledgehammer or attack him or whatever, The Rock came out eventually. Then the match would go on as planned for over 20 minutes or whatever it was. Kurt Angle came back out when Stephanie asked him to, but he, instead of helping Triple H, he ended up attacking him and trying to pin him to win the WWF title. But The Rock eventually would come back, take out Angle with a punch over the ropes. I think, yeah, so Angle took out Triple H with the sledgehammer, so The Rock, I guess, hit the people's elbow on him. I think that's what happened. Or the rock bottom or whatever, something. That's how the sequence, from what I remember, that's how the sequence went. He hit the people's elbow on Triple H and pinned him to retain his WWF Championship by pinfall. And I think this is the first time that he's ever pinned Triple H in a triple threat match from memory. Has that ever happened before, guys? Let me know in the comment section below. This has got to be one of the first times. So, yeah, there you go. So that was that SummerSlam 2000. The main event, I thought, was a solid... probably about 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out of 5 stars. But for the pay-per-view as a whole... Let me just look for it. Here it is. For the pay-per-view as a whole... I would grade it like this. It was a solid B+, which would make it an A grade. And then as far as the score rating goes, I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. And then star rating wise, let me just quickly calculate that one. Hold on a second. Star rating. Okay, let's see. 3 plus 3, 0 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1 plus. What did I give the main event? 4 stars. Okay, so that's 24 in total out of 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, in terms of star ratings, it's not very good. But in terms of match quality, I'd say it's very high. I gave it a, 8.5 out of 10. So for overall match quality, very good. But as far as star matches, the only good ones that I could see was the hardcore title match, the 2 out of 3 falls match, the first TLC match, and the main event. But yeah, I'd probably, in terms of star rating, probably is average. I would still give it around 70%. So it's still very high. So that's it for that video review on SummerSlam 2000. Yeah. So how long have I been recording for? I am just over the 20-minute mark. Okay, so that's it for that video review of WWF SummerSlam 2000. I would say it's in my top 10 favorite SummerSlams of all time, but not top 3 or 5. Top 10 though, I would put in my top 10. So leave your comments in the comment section below about the video review. Let me know what you thought. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. My next video review will be on a video I was supposed to record I think 2 days ago, almost 2 days ago, yeah. WWF SmackDown, September 20th, 2001. The lead into WWF Unforgiven 2001. The 20th anniversary of that show just passed about less than 24 hours ago now, so yeah. This took place from the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. That will be my next video review, but yeah. This has been Ogres. Peace out.